Unfortunately, there's no white fairy lights today because I was just walking around my little studio section and I stepped on the wire while it was plugged in and completely like ripped it out of my laptop, and then bits and pieces of plug went everywhere and I can't put it back. So oh, here are the other two little bits. So I'm gonna have to try and find some new fairy lights. Luckily, this is the last video on the list to film for a few days. I'm gonna have an editing few days, so hopefully I can find some new fairy lights, which kind of sucks, but I thought I'd let you know. So I recently did a series of inventory and makeup collection videos, and while I was going through my eyeshadow palettes, I realized that I hadn't reached for most of them all year, which is so sad. I hate that so much. I want to have a loved collection, and it kind of made me miss a project pan that I actually did a finale for last month, and that was No Pan Left Behind. So today I am back with No Pan Left Behind. I did recently just end my Project Level Up project because it was just too much. That project is kind of like No Pan Left Behind, but with additional hitting pans, and I don't want to do that. I just want to have a palette, use every single shade one time, and then roll it out. So the way I've decided to do this, I've gone up and down with how I want to do this again. Last time I hand chose a palette and then rolled in 9 random single eyeshadows. I want all of this to be random this time because I know if I am put in the driver's seat and I can choose what I want, I'm going to choose the same few palettes over and over again. So this round of this project is completely random. A random eyeshadow palette and 9 random singles. I think it's going to be so much fun. Let me know if you're excited for this project pan to come back. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I upload every single day here on my YouTube channel. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup, though today I am more shimmery rather than bright, but hey, I love it still. I love a bit of glitter, I love a bit of sparkle, I love all things eyeshadow and beauty, and I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which I really think we can do. I'm so excited about this. Let's just jump straight into it. So I did make a big old wheel full of, this is gonna make my lighting so bad, but I did make a wheel full of eyeshadow palettes. It's an updated wheel. We're gonna see what we get. I did put my big boys in there, like the Carnival XL Pro, which would be interesting. The It's My Pleasure palette. Okay. So the It's My Pleasure. Would I have picked this palette? No, definitely not. And I'm actually glad that it's been rolled in because I would not have used it. I would not have picked to use this. I would not reach for this at all, but now I can. I think this is going to be perfect for summer. I think it's going to go quite well with some of the other shades that I'm panning as well. I have got a purple eyeliner that I'm trying to get some use on, so this is going to go perfect with that. So let's swatch these shades, shall we? So first is Kitten Fish, which is a really beautiful light purple shade. I'm not a big fan of purples, and I have said this before on my channel. So again, I'm really happy that this palette is rolled in, especially because I do have a declutter coming very soon in December during Vlogmas. So if I really don't like this palette, I can get it out then. This shade is Do or Dough, and that has some like blue sparkle in it, which is really nice. This is probably my favorite shade in the palette. This is Pretty Cruel, and it definitely reminds me of Bon Fresco from my Pan That palette. I actually finished that shade not too long ago, but this shade has a huge dip in it. This was in a Pan Those Eyeshadows, and I did use it 15 times, and there's a massive dip. So I think I used Sleeper and this shade together so much. So I'm really happy about that. This is definitely my least favorite shade. This is Bare Minimum. I am slightly scared of these super warm purple shimmers. I just don't really like them. Sometimes I'd use them like on the lower lash line, something like that, but that is what that one looks like. Next I have Earth Shine. This is super pretty as well. It's almost like iridescent-y purple. Really, really beautiful for like in a corner or in a part of the lid. Chick Lit. I did say actually in my eyeshadow collection video that I wanted to use Chick Lit with some blues. So maybe the universe heard me and is like, here you go. Here you go. Next we have Mr. Sandman, which is another beautiful duochrome shade. That is what that looks like. A very unique, like, grey purple shade. 2 shades left. I don't want to spend too long on these swatches, but next we have Fan Fiction, which is quite a dry matte. And finally, Sleeper, which I do actually have a pan on. Here we go. So this is the palette that I am going to be working on, No Pan Left Behind, for the next month. I'm really excited. Again, it's something I would not have reached for, but very, very excited to give it some love. I cannot remember the last time I used Chiclet or Do or Do, or most of these shades, to be honest. So an amazing palette to roll in for the first round. That is why I want to do this project, to get some use on neglected shades. So now I'm going to go onto my spreadsheet of single eyeshadows. I haven't actually updated this with my new shades that I got in PR. So as of right now, I have 133, and that again does not include my newest shades. Okay, so between 1 and 133, we have 60. I do need to write these down because I have 9. Number 2 is 53. Next we have 20. Number 4 is 4. Next we have 123. Next we have 113. Okay, we've got 3 more to go. We have 51. We have 80. And finally, last but not least, we have 66. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to build my new singles palette. Hopefully the rabid children next door shut up. If you don't know, I'm not a kid lover. I'm not a kid lover at all. So this weekend with the sun out has been very, very interesting. So I will be right back when I build my new palette. Alright, I'm back with my single eyeshadow palette, and this is actually so pretty. Something that I love about incorporating singles is sometimes they go so well, and I'm very happy with this color story. So this is what the palette looks like. I'm really happy. It's giving me kind of Circo Loco vibes. What do you think? I'm just obsessed with this. I think it's so summery, so fun, so vibrant. I love it so much. So I do have some swatches here as well, and the swatches are just so beautiful. It's definitely like a tealy, pinky, purple vibe. I do have those 2 neutrals in the middle, which will make a beautiful look together as well. Some super shimmery shimmers in the center too. Dreamscape, which is one of my absolute favorite Pastel Roses shades, which is that like blue to pink duo multi-chrome. I'm just buzzing about this. So this pink is Pigment from J-Star. Next we have Vibes from the Makeup Obsession LA Dreams palette. And then I have the Revolution Maxi Reloaded shade 27 on the top row. Next we have the Revolution Maxi Reloaded shade 4. Then Marshmallow from the Pastel Roses, then Dreamscape from the Pastel Roses, which is one of my absolute favorite shades, like I said before. Then we have the Revolution Maxi Reloaded 26, the Revolution Maxi Reloaded 14, and then J-Star Foreplay, which is one of those names that I wish I could rename, let me tell you that. But I love this color story. I'm excited to pair both of these together. I think they're going to go so well. Let me know down below, are you excited? Next month I will come back. I will share all the looks that I've done with both of these palettes. I hope you're excited to see this project back. I certainly am. I feel like I've missed it. But with this being said, this is where I'm going to love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye-bye!